In 1956, a modest hotel in Las Vegas opened its doors to a new name, the New Frontier. Little did anyone know this unassuming place would be thrust into the spotlight by a performance that would be talked about for decades. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, had a no-show at a venue that would become legendary. But when he did finally step onto the stage of the New Frontier, it marked the beginning of something huge. This was Las Vegas, a city that would soon be known not just for its casinos but for its unmatched entertainment. Las Vegas was a city growing up piece by piece. The New Frontier Hotel, where Elvis first dazzled audiences, opened just a year before his surprise appearance. The city was still finding its rhythm, a mix of glitz and grit. It was here, in this vibrant yet rough environment, that Elvis made his mark. The year was 1956, and Las Vegas was still a burgeoning town, full of dreams and possibilities. Elvis's arrival was unexpected, like a sudden storm in a calm desert night. He was not there to perform a full show, but to be part of a varied entertainment lineup. Alongside him was Freddie Martin, a well-known orchestra leader, and comedian Shecky Greene. The bill was a mix of music and laughter, a common formula for drawing crowds in those days, but Elvis was different. His raw energy and unique style left many puzzled, especially the older crowd who were used to more traditional forms of entertainment. As the story goes, Elvis's performance was a mix of his signature moves and songs, but not quite as we know them. He wore his iconic gold jacket for part of the show but switched to a white jumpsuit later on. This was unusual as Elvis never performed "Return to Sender" in his Vegas shows, a song that became a staple of his repertoire. Yet Pat, a woman with a deep connection to Elvis and Las Vegas, remembers him singing it. This small detail hints at the legend's power to captivate and mystify. Backstage, Elvis was a different person. Known for his humility and kindness, he was friends with entertainment giants like Sammy Davis Jr. Davis even helped Elvis get a green card, ensuring he could stay in the country. This friendship shows Elvis's character beyond the stage. He was not just a performer but a person who valued connections and support. Las Vegas, too, had its stars. Frank Sinatra, after a career slump, became a regular at the Sands Hotel. His return was a major event, drawing crowds eager to see the man who could fill a room with just his voice. Meanwhile, Louis Prima and Keely Smith brought the wildest act to the Sahara, electrifying audiences with their high-energy performance. These stars, along with Elvis, helped shape what Las Vegas would become, a city of unmatched entertainment. Elvis's impact on Las Vegas was profound. He brought a new kind of energy, attracting a younger audience who were captivated by his music and style. His shows were not just performances, they were experiences. Las Vegas, in turn, provided him with a platform that catapulted his career to new heights. The city and the star became intertwined, each elevating the other. As the years passed, Las Vegas continued to evolve. It embraced new sounds and styles, though Elvis's influence remained strong. His legacy lived on through tribute artists, and the city kept welcoming new stars who followed in his footsteps. Las Vegas became a place where dreams were not just dreamt but lived, thanks in part to the magic that first unfolded on the stages of the New Frontier and other Vegas venues. In the end, Elvis's brief but impactful time in Las Vegas was just the beginning. It set the stage for a city that would forever be associated with entertainment, glamour, and the pursuit of dreams. Las Vegas would never be the same, and neither would the world of entertainment. The king may have had a no-show that day, but his presence would forever change the city's destiny. In the heart of the Las Vegas desert, where bright lights and big dreams meet, a special event was about to take place. This was no ordinary show. It was Elvis Presley's grand return to the stage after a long break, and it was going to happen in Vegas. To tell this story, writer Howard Schatz needed to dig deep into the past, reaching out to those who were there, who lived it, and who could remember every detail. Howard wasn't alone in this quest. Many people helped him piece together the tale of Elvis's comeback show. Steve Doherty, a music lover, was key. He shared stories like how Elvis's music made him feel happier than anything he'd ever experienced as a kid in the 1950s. This was no small praise coming from someone who loved all kinds of music. Finding the right voices was crucial. Howard spoke to Ronnie Tutt, the drummer who played with Elvis, and Bobby Morris, who worked closely with the King. Even Sammy Shore, a famous Vegas comedian, shared his memories. Each person added a piece of the puzzle, showing how Elvis's music and presence changed those who experienced it. Jerry Sheff, Elvis's bass player, and James Burton, his guitarist, were also interviewed. They had stories that only they could tell about what it was like to be on stage with Elvis. Jerry Schilling, a Vegas historian, gave insight into Elvis's time in the city. His knowledge was invaluable. For someone new to the Vegas scene, like Howard, getting accurate information was tough. There weren't many books or records about that time, and those who knew firsthand were few, but help came from many directions. Lisa Gioia Akers, Lynn Zook, and Peggy King, among others, opened doors to new sources and ideas. Mike Weatherford, a journalist with a keen eye on Vegas, was a big help too. He introduced Howard to other experts like Michael Green and Karen Feder, who knew Elvis and Vegas inside and out. Even those at the Presley estate like David Beckwith, Kevin Kern, and Gary Hahn shared their knowledge, though sometimes with mixed feelings. One person stood out in Howard's journey, Corinne Entrater Sidney. She knew Jack Entrater, a key figure in Vegas during Elvis's time. Her stories about Jack and Elvis painted a vivid picture of the era. Other Vegas insiders like Maria Poggi, Pat Gill, and Sonny Charles also shared their experiences, making the past feel alive. Behind the scenes, people like Sue Kim Chung at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and Crystal Van D at the Nevada State Museum helped Howard navigate through archives and collections. They pointed him toward photos, videos, and other treasures from Vegas' golden age. Jeff Abraham, a friend and fellow journalist, was always ready with ideas and connections. Joanne Kaufman, Arthur Hochstein, and others offered support and advice. Even Christiana Loxo, a dedicated fan, cheered Howard on every step of the way. In the publishing world, Priscilla Painton at Simon & Schuster was a rock. Her guidance made the writing process smoother, turning potential chaos into a well-structured book. Her team at Simon & Schuster made sure everything ran like clockwork. Howard also thought of those who couldn't be there to celebrate this book's completion. His late colleague Richard Corliss, a fan of Elvis in Vegas, and his wife, Charla Krupp, whose spirit still inspired him. Their memories and love for the subject matter shone through in every page of the book. Elvis fans will be thrilled to know there are many recordings from his Vegas shows. These include live albums and documentaries that capture the magic of those performances. They give us a glimpse into the energy and excitement of Elvis on stage, a moment in time that Howard Schatz brought back to life through his writing. In the heart of the American West, Las Vegas grew into a place unlike any other. This story is about how Las Vegas became known for its dazzling lights, incredible shows, and a unique blend of fun and freedom. To understand this, we look back at key moments and the people who shaped it. Las Vegas began to transform in the 1950s. Before this, it was mostly a small town known for its hotels and casinos, but something big was changing. Stephen Al, in his book about Las Vegas, describes how the city's hotels grew bigger and more grand. They wanted to attract more visitors, and they did this by building huge hotels with long sides that stretched out for miles. This design was meant to impress and draw people in. Around this time, famous stars began to visit Las Vegas. Mario Lanza, a singer, was one of the first big names to perform there. His visit was a big deal, marking the start of an era where stars would come to Las Vegas to entertain. Elvis Presley followed soon after, performing at the New Frontier Hotel in 1956. His shows were electric, full of energy, and drew huge crowds. People talked about how Elvis's presence changed the vibe of Las Vegas. It became a place where young people could come to see their favorite stars and enjoy themselves. But Las Vegas was not just about stars and glamour. It was also a place where things were happening behind the scenes. The city was becoming a hub for talent shows and variety acts. One of these acts was the Treniers, a family group that combined music and comedy. They were part of a wave of performers who found success in Las Vegas. The city offered them a chance to perform in front of big audiences, something that was hard to achieve elsewhere. However, this golden age of Las Vegas was not without challenges. In the 1950s, a senator named Estes Kefauver led an investigation into organized crime in Las Vegas. This brought attention to the darker side of the city. But despite these challenges, Las Vegas kept growing. It became known for its freedom and excitement, a place where people could let loose and enjoy themselves without many rules. One of the most memorable parts of this era was the rise of striptease and adult shows. These were controversial but very popular. Las Vegas became known for its bold and daring entertainment, which attracted both visitors and criticism. Some people believed these shows were bad for the city's image, but others saw them as a key part of Las Vegas's charm. As Las Vegas evolved, it also faced questions about race and equality. Black performers like the Treniers broke barriers, but they still faced discrimination. The city's clubs and casinos often had rules that separated black and white performers and guests. It wasn't until places like the Moulin Rouge opened that black performers had a chance to shine in front of mixed crowds. This was a small but important step toward change. Throughout its history, Las Vegas has been a city of contrasts. It's a place where extravagance and controversy often go hand in hand. The city's ability to attract big names and create unforgettable experiences solidified its reputation. Even today, Las Vegas continues to reinvent itself, always looking for new ways to dazzle its visitors. In the end, the story of Las Vegas is the story of a city that dared to be different. It's a tale of ambition, creativity, and an unwavering belief in the power of entertainment. Las Vegas may not be perfect, but it remains a unique place where dreams and reality blend together in a dazzling display of light and sound.